Hey guys, it's Kristen. So I decided to do a quick video to show you how I mix up my this little piggy pigments for utilizing the Shelee Art Bloom technique. I'm going to try to do a swipe tomorrow, a Halloween themed one. So I'm gonna mix up Constellation and some Galaxy. I'm also going to use some shimmer, which is an iridescent green. You can see it already. You see the green? Oh, it's going to look so nice once it's mixed up. I'm also going to be using some golden green gold and some vermilion hue by Winsor & Newton. But I'm just going to show you how I mix up my piggies. So I do use the Josonja Gloss Varnish to wet the pigments. I also use that in my pouring medium, which is the Behr Deep Base 8300 and the Valspar Ultra Base C. I use 2 parts Behr to 1 part Valspar and 1 part Josonja Gloss Varnish. So to start with, I just take some of the Josonja and I just put a little bit of it in the bottom of the cup. Just enough to about cover the bottom of the cup. And then I take my piggy and I do use a tongue dispenser to measure how much of the pigment. It's about a heaping thumbnail. Well, I guess if you have bigger hands, it would be more. But for me, it's about that much. Heaping thumbnail. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that. And maybe put just a little touch more. And I always, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not used to this camera being so close to my hands. I always close up my jars immediately so that there are no accidents. Okay, focus on this. Okay, so then I'm just gonna go ahead and gently incorporate the powder into the gloss. If you try to stir it too forcefully at first, your pigment will just go flying. Trust me, I've had it happen. You see this? Those are leftovers from when I mixed up some sapphire and it got all over the place. So you just want to mix this in gently. You want to make sure all of the powder is wet, incorporated all into the Josonja. Okay, and that is looking gorgeous so far. The shimmer is ridiculous. I love these pigments. Look how beautiful that is. Okay, so once you have all of your pigment wet, I add a little bit of the pouring medium at a time. You don't want to put too much. I mean, you could always add more pigment, but it's best not to need to. Okay, and then you just mix that up. Make sure you get all of the pigment out of any crevices there might be. And mix it up really well. Look at how beautiful that is. Gorgeous. Beautiful color. Okay, and you can add a little bit more. plan to use a lot of this tomorrow, so I'm gonna mix up just about the whole cup. Now, if you notice that your color is dulling a little bit, this one lightened up just a touch. You can always add a little bit more pigment, which is probably what I'll do right now. And just a little touch more. Literally, just that much. And carefully just stir that in. How beautiful that is. Okay, and that's just about done. Look how gorgeous it is. And you can compare it to the bottle and see just how close the color in the cup is to the color of the jar. Get some of the bubbles out from all the mixing, and I will let this sit until tomorrow. Okay, so that is the constellation. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for the galaxy. Just a little bit to cover the bottom of the cup. There's my galaxy. And I'm going to take a heaping thumbnail's worth. Plus a little extra. Okay, and then carefully start incorporating that into the Josonja. That's coming together quite nicely. See how gorgeous that is? Nice and dark. Beautiful. Okay. Add a little bit of the pouring medium to it. Make sure you scrape the sides of the cup. Look at that. Gorgeous. Okay, add a little bit more. See, it's keeping that dark gunmetal grayish color. Beautiful. I apologize if I go off camera. I'm not used to working in this tight of a space, but there we go. And put it down. Beautiful. Okay, so that's about done. I could probably add a little bit more pouring medium to it, but I'm not going to. I want it to stay dark. All right. And then for the last thing, I'm going to mix up the shimmer. Sorry, I dropped my cup. Okay. So same deal. A little bit of Josonja in the bottom. Now you'll notice if you open up your piggies on the interference, the tub looks half full. And it's because these are denser and this is weighed by weight. So your lighter micas will look fluffier and fill the jar more, but they're lighter. You can almost tell when you're scooping it out. Like look at the Galaxy. The Galaxy is almost completely full versus this. It's the same amount, but this is so much lighter. It's fluffier in the jar. You can tell when you spoon it out, it's just fluffy, while these interference are denser. I don't think you need to use as much. I notice when I use the same amount of this, I can add a lot more pouring medium to it, and it'll maintain its coloring. So I'm going to use a little bit less of this because I don't think I need as much. So I'm going to use less, about that much. Not so much heaping, but just like a normal scoop. And you can almost tell immediately that it's got a green tint to it. You see it? All right, so same thing, excuse me, same thing here. Incorporate that. See, it's already splashing. It's splashed all up the side of my cup. Gotta be really careful. You see the shifting? I hope you can see that. See? It's almost like a yellowish green. It's very pretty. All right, so I definitely had enough Josonja in there. Almost a little bit too much. I'm going to add just the slightest bit more. My arm keeps sticking to this wee pan because I got a little bit of pouring medium on it. Now it's sticky. All right, so there's that beautiful shift. And we'll add some pouring medium into it. You can see it's still very shimmery. You could still notice the color shift in the jar. And a little bit more pouring medium. And then we'll just about do it. Beautiful. Okay. And that's how I mix up my piggies. Okay, I hope that was helpful. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Share, please. Leave a comment. We're trying to grow our channel as much as possible, and we appreciate each and every one of you. I just wanted to show you the stick from the shimmer. You could see it right on the stick, how it shifts. It's so pretty. Okay, wish me luck on my swipe tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.